Guys, the only thing you need to get anything you want in this life is Audacity. Hey guys, it's LA. Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about being audacious, and it's kind of giving sit-down video, but like in a vlog style. I'm just doing my skincare now. I've got to go out later and I have to film this kind of video essay thing that I'm doing at the NGV. Someone who is audacious, I think, is someone who is a risk taker, you know, someone who is bold and will take bold risks. So audacity then is the ability to take those bold risks. And I really think that this is important because in retrospect, I think a lot of the really big things and big leaps that I've had during my life have been because of audacity. And just a few things that have happened, like, have just got me thinking about this. I mean, July, my partner, he always talks about being audacious as being like a really important thing. And I'll share a story later about how he has used that in his own life. But I wanted to start with a story of my own. This isn't like blow your fucking mind crazy or anything like that. I just think that it's a good example of audacity in action. So I'm an actor, right? And I've been doing a lot of auditions recently. For the last decade, I've done so much random extras work. Neighbours, Wentworth, Pirates of the Caribbean. And actually recently I was the lead in a Visit Victoria commercial. Shout out Visit Victoria, thanks for the check. So I got this job last year and it was basically to be an audience member for a game show called The Tipping Point, which is so random. Like, I didn't even know that that was a thing, but I mean, duh, of course that's a thing. I basically got paid to sit in on a live taping of the show, which was pretty fun. Sorry, I'm trying to find what the fuck is next. Like, I can't think while I'm doing this. That was a cute job. Like, I basically just got to sit there, got some snacks, got to watch the show and yell out and all that shit. It was funny. And while I was there, they had all of these QR codes posted up everywhere. Sorry, I'm aware that probably me rubbing my face is getting captured in the mic. Sorry about it. I noticed they had all of these QR codes posted around, which was a link to audition to be a contestant on the show. I'm sure like so many people freaking apply to this, but I was like, whatever, like I'm gonna apply for it. So I took like the social risk of applying for it. And when I say social risk, I mean the social risk of putting yourself out there. I know it's just a self-tape and it's kind of going off into the ether, but right now I'm talking to a camera in my room. Like, it's kind of abstracted the audience and it's still freaking hard. Like, I'm getting better at it now, but like, it's still hard and there's no one there. Like, yes, you're there watching, but like, I'm in my room right now. There's nobody around. Maybe the people on the street who can see me, which is kind of embarrassing. As many self-audition tapes as I've done, I still find them really difficult, and I still think about the fact that a room full of producers are gonna be watching my freaking tape and reviewing it and judging me, which is their job. Also, I could have just thought, you know, plenty of people are probably gonna do this. I'm probably not the person they're gonna be looking for, because literally everybody that was on the show was old, no shade. Anyway, just a few weeks ago, I got an email from the producers of Tipping Point, and here's me thinking that they probably just wanted me to come in to do the audience gig again, which I was like, whatever, run my check. I actually got selected to go into the next round of auditions. I was selected out of 57,000 applicants. So hello, that's pretty freaking lucky. Also, luck is a whole other topic, which I'd love to talk about, but how do you get lucky? You gotta be audacious. Anyway, well, let's not get into it, but I would love to talk about that more because I find it to be such a fascinating subject. Okay, what's next to my skincare? Do you care? Should I be telling you what I'm using? I just use the ordinary multi-antioxidant serum. Now I'm using Boring Without You milk serum. Make me wet. This shit's really good. Basically, I got an audition to go in person and I had to watch a live taping of the show. I had to have an interview with producers. I had to do like a short quiz, and you can win 20 grand on this show. Like, hello? I want to win 20 grand. Actually, when I was watching the live taping this time, the woman on the show, she actually won the jackpot. She won 20 grand and she also won, actually I think I talked about this last week. She won a Thermomix. She won freaking $2,000 setup luggage. Like, she did good. And you know, that's just a simple example because I could have just been like, everyone is going to apply to this. It's going to be too many people. I'm going to have very slim chances, which, like, to be honest, like I probably did have really slim chances. There was almost 60,000 applicants, but still I got chosen. So I would have had even less chance if I had just not been audacious enough to throw my hat in the ring. And I think that's a big part of it as well. Being audacious is like showing up, because we know that it's not about talent all the time. I used to have such a fucking problem with imposter syndrome, and not only imposter syndrome, but being super judgmental, which I think that goes together. Imposter syndrome, tall poppy syndrome, like coveting what other people have and thinking that they don't deserve it. Thinking you can do something better, which maybe you can, but no one gives a fuck because you're not doing it. You haven't been audacious enough to do it. It's that whole thing with modern art and like, especially things like abstract expressionism, where some people, it might look like a kid could have done it and they think, oh, how is this fine art? Like, I could have done that. It's like, but the point is that you didn't do it. You didn't have the audaciousness or audacity. I don't even know if audaciousness is a word, but anyway, you didn't have that within you. So that's how I think helped me get over my imposter syndrome, which also helped me get over the whole tall poppy thing, because I was like, oh, I have so much respect for anybody who just gets up and goes and does something, because it's so not fucking easy. And now that I've done it, I really realize that it's not easy. But I also really realized that you just have to be audacious, because I applied for this, I got to the next round of auditions, and I was audacious in my auditions. I was talking shit, I was being funny, hee hee ha ha ha, and I showed up as my best self. So I'm really manifesting that I get onto the show, and you guys will find out, of course, if I do. I'm really manifesting winning the jackpot. This clip is probably already so freaking long. I've been yapping, and I don't think I even got through like 3 steps of my skincare. The next time you see me, I'm probably going to be getting a coffee, and I really want to share July's story of the Little Champion campaign that came out recently, so stay tuned. Okay, I just got my coffee. I slung black on a cold day. I don't know why, but I just really felt like one. Take my sunnies off because I'm giving a bit too incognito. All right, I got my coffee and I wanted to tell this story about how Audacity can level up your opportunity. But actually, I just remembered to tack on to the end of my tipping point audition story. The audition part with the producers, like the interview process, was actually in small groups. And we told our little stories, what we do with the money, blah, blah, blah. And there was this woman who was an older woman, and she said that she recently went back to art school and she's learning in like the Italian like realist style, which is really cool. Not something I am skilled at fucking all. And she said that she wanted the money to go to Florence to learn at like one of the big schools there, which I thought was really interesting. And so after the interview process and we all left, I went up to her and I introduced myself, and I just told her like, hey, that's really cool. What school do you go to? Blah, blah, blah. And I shared with her how I wanted to go to Chicago on exchange next year. And she told me that she used to work as part of like the selection team for this big scholarship. Gave me all this really awesome information about how to access money as an emerging artist, gave me all of these specific creative fellowships and scholarships that I could look into, and I also got her contact details. So that was on me being audacious. Like, I took the social risk to go up to her and introduce myself, and I made a contact that genuinely could help me achieve like the biggest goal that I have over the next 18 months. So whether or not I can go to Chicago because I win the money or because I talk to her and I get a scholarship, like I've increased the surface area into which luck may strike. 2 opportunities, and it all trickles down. Like, if I wasn't audacious enough to talk to her, if I wasn't audacious enough to go to the audition, to even apply, to even go to the original audience gig, to even pursue acting in any sort of way, like it all comes down. So there really is a ripple effect going on with the audacity of it all. Okay, maybe I won't get into the July story because I'm sure I already talked long enough. And look, my arm is hurting from holding my phone up. Salvador Dali's made from 1937 to 38. Controversial work at the producer at a which was, and also between surrealism and the also between and also between wealthy pit before the onset of World War II. And so you can see then that this piece is really a time capsule. Oh, sorry, it's just LA in the editing room. I had to fucking laugh at these videos because I was struggling. It is so funny, like obviously I edited together to, you know, make myself look even more stupid, but I literally was struggling. Like, there was barely anything that I could use from these clips. I'm really gonna have to fucking Frankenstein my video essay together. Okay, I'm leaving the NGV now, and my video essay was rough, honey. First of all, my hair looks like Ned's classified to coconut head if you got a freaking charm. Like, it looks crazy. But also, I just found that so hard. Like, I can stand here and I can yap about my life and whatever, but doing it in like academic format, and I was talking about like academic ideas and all that shit, I was like actually struggling. So what I did was I filmed the intro and then I filmed the conclusion part, and then I'm just gonna cut away in the middle and I filmed some like room sound, and then I'm just gonna do a voiceover later and mash it all together, and hopefully I get away with it. And I want to finally tell the story about July and what happened with the Champion campaign. So basically, Champion reached out and they just wanted to send him some clothes, just like a gifting kind of thing, you know how brands be doing. And it was for their new Champion collection, or their, was it a Pride collection? No, it was like their Champion, like, oh no, sorry. It was for their Icon collection. And they didn't ask him to film anything or post anything or do a review, do a shout out, anything like that. It was, like I said, just a gifting thing. But he kind of was audacious enough to take it to the next level. He got his manager, who is a great photographer and videographer, and he put together this like Nike level campaign ad.
A champion. I know I have a purpose in this world, and it goes far beyond me. The truth is, I don't always know what I'm doing. I'm a Samoan boy from the suburbs with the calling to make the most of this life. This gift, a mission to leave my mark on the world. Again. All I know is this: I must be audacious.
He said it!
Unapologetic, hardworking, and fully committed to myself. I will be my own champion.
No one asked him to do that, do you know what I mean? He was audacious enough to put in the extra effort, go the extra mile, and it looked so fucking good. He sent it to Champion and they were so gagged and impressed that they were like, we're gonna run this as an ad, we're gonna pay you. That is such a good example of, once you get the opportunity, like, don't stop there. Be audacious enough to go ahead and make it even better. No one asked him to do that. He just said, let me fuck this up, let me send it. And now he's getting paid and has a full collaboration with Champion. Like, genius, absolute genius, my man. Anyway, it's actually a lovely kind of rainy spring day. I'm kind of loving it. I'm sat here waiting for my friend Nick, who is also with me. I just didn't show him in the videos. And I left to go film that video, but we're gonna go get some lunch. And I don't know how I'm gonna finish this video off, but I'm gonna somehow tie it all together. Yeah, we'll make it work. Bye. You look like you're in such pain.
I need water.
It is raining down in Melbourne right now. It's that kind of rain that's like not that heavy, but I guarantee you by the time I get home, I'll be fucking soaking wet. But anyway, I'm so full after my lunch. It was really good though. I need to sum up this video, but it's like, what have I even been freaking talking about? Audacity, being audacious. Look, it's really about putting your hat in the ring. Like, it's not about talent. It's not about luck. I feel like the most successful people are the ones that are just going for it. And I know that's an oversimplification. Like, there are so many factors to why you may or may not be able to do that or feel like you can't. Even in small ways, I think you can be audacious and you can take small risks. Like, I've been trying to talk to strangers because sometimes I'm a little bit standoffish, or, I mean, it's really a kind of being shy. My defense mechanism is being standoffish because it's easier. But like today at NGB, I saw this woman and she looked really fucking cool. So I was like, hey, you look awesome. Love your outfit. And it was nice. I enjoyed it and I got a lot back. And of course, so did she, because she received a nice compliment. Anyway, I freaking digress. But yeah, Audacity, like, I genuinely think it's the only way to get what you want. You can be the most talented person in the room. You can have all of these advantages, but if you are not being audacious and putting yourself out there, then nothing is going to come of that. I think in Australia, that's where that imposter syndrome, which is linked to that tall poppy syndrome, I think that that's where it all comes from. People in the room thinking that they're more talented than like the stars in the room, do you know what I mean? But I think that the difference is that those stars are audacious and maybe not the most talented or the most privileged, but it's a extremely unique skill that I think you can build that really is the key, I believe. So I'm making a vow to myself that I'm going to be more audacious. Like I said, I've been trying to talk to strangers, but also I've just been a yes man, like taking as many opportunities as I can. I recently just signed up to get a fitness coach and like invest financially that way. And I guess technically that's a financial risk, but I am willing to do it and I am willing to invest in myself that way. Yeah. Even that's kind of audacious. I don't know. Well, I don't know what this video is becoming, but I'm just talking so much shit. I need to sign off because maybe I'm not even making any freaking coherent sense. But thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please like, comment, and subscribe.